Welcome back, everybody. Take a break for Stephen Shamus.
Good to see you, my friend. How are you today, Alex?
Well, always a pleasure. Weather's getting nice. You know, it's time to go outside. I'm vaccinated. I'm ready to go.
I know. It's great. It's great. All right, Alex, what do we got today? We got some fun stuff, right?
Yeah. We're gonna talk a little bit more movie and TV news. A little Sun King, some Moon Knight stuff, Bitter Root. And then we're gonna talk a little Last of Us, a little bit more video game stuff.
I need something smuggled out of the city.
It's just cargo, Joel.
I just want some simple gear enough to set me on my way.
I reckon he's got something to do.
Like we did a couple weeks ago.
It is amazing, Alex. Every time I turn around, it's like there's something else that's hot. There's a new
Yep.
show, there's a new this, there's new that. I send you stuff all the time. I'm like, oh my God, we can't even fit this in next week. We'll do it next week.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, what are we gonna start with?
Yeah, let's talk Moon Knight and Sun King.
Yeah, so Oscar Isaac was confirmed finally as Moon Knight.
I mean,
I think we all knew that.
Training, yeah.
Yeah, I think we knew that a long time ago. Yeah, terrible secret. But obviously, great character. Oscar's awesome. We know the show's going to be great. Marvel always delivers. Yep. So talk a little bit about Oscar Isaac. Talk a little bit about Moon Knight. What is this series about? What is the character about? What is the essence of what we're going to see? Yeah.
So, to talk about Sun King, you got to talk a little bit about Moon Knight. Moon Knight, he's got multiple personality disorder, schizophrenic, I think it is. He has many different characters inside of him. Moon Knight, who is, kind of tied to an Egyptian god, and then, his other personas. It should be really fun to see Oscar Isaac's a great actor, so he's going to be playing multiple roles. We assume, so that'll be fun inside the Moon Knight. And Sun King's cool because it's almost his opposite or his equal in terms of a character. The Sun King is a mental patient who believes he is the reincarnation of Ra, the Sun King. He does have powers, so he can set things on fire, set people on fire. But it's he's a neat character because he plays off that Egyptian reincarnation scenario. And why wouldn't we have a character like that in the new series? And we feel like a lot of people feel like it's going to be one of like the current Moon Knight stuff, which is the multiple personalities, the Kafu, the cab driver, all that fun stuff.
Look, and again, when you start talking about these multiple personalities, or like your superhero, the Clark Kent and your Superman, it does take a special kind of actor to be able to pull both those off, right? We've seen it a lot of times in the Marvel films, right? So I think we talked about it on our other podcast. Yeah, some of these actors and how Oscar. All right, Oscar went to Juilliard, right? Yeah, and they like and Anthony Mackie went to Juilliard, and they like those kind of actors because those actors specifically can do this kind of work.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's a character called Sun King. Walk us through Sun King.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he is a newer character. He thinks he's the reincarnation of Ra, which is again the Sun King. So like I was saying, it's just an interesting character to play off of Moon Knight and the character of these Egyptian god reincarnations and having the fight.
Right. Okay. Well, this Sun King's on fire, so I guess people are speculating that he's going to be in the series, right?
It's a good spec, yeah.
So Moon Knight number 188. But Alex, these books are like flying. It's crazy.
I know.
Moon Knight number 188, January 2018. Jason Burrows cover. There's only 3 blue label, 0 gold label 9/8. It's about a $20 to $25 raw book. It's a pretty cool cover homage. It's the first appearance of the Sun King, Max Bemis story, Jason Burrows art inside. That's the first appearance. When those start hitting the market, they're going to be a few $100s. They just are. This book's on fire. Then there's the Bill Sienkiewicz lenticular cover, variant cover. It has a red logo, 71 blue label 9/8, 13 gold label 9/8. There's actually 4 9/9s. The lenticulars tend to grade higher. Those are $150 in 9.8. Those are about $15 raw. I'm going to say this about the lenticular covers. They are very, very difficult to display. They don't display well. And
Right.
I have to be honest with
Especially-
you. I've gotten some signed over the years for CGC.
Mhm.
Even when you have a great cover artist like Bill Sienkiewicz, and even when you have great cover art, they tend not to display well on the lenticulars.
It's
I'm not a big fan of
that plastic. It's two plastic covers. It's the inner weld and the outer weld. It's just,
Right.
it's too much for those lenticulars. I agree.
Right. So I don't know that book has a lot of room to move. I'm not a big fan of it. Then you have the John Tyler Christopher trading card variant cover.
Mhm.
Again, doesn't really show the characters on it.
Mhm.
So it's six blue label 9/8, 0 gold label 9/8. It's a $5 raw book. Then we get into the good ones. The Mike McCone 1 in 10 headshot variant cover.
The headshot.
Two blue label 9/8, 1 gold label 9/8. It's a $30 to $35 raw book. The Dave Johnson is the big one, the 1 in 25 variant cover, 19 blue label, 0 gold label 9/8. Those are around $600, and those are 100 to 125 raw. So that book and the basic cover are the ones that everyone is going after.
Yeah.
What they did with the second print, and this is where you're going to laugh on the lenticular, came out a month later, February, is the Bill Sienkiewicz variant cover. So what they did is they took the lenticular cover, made it non-lenticular,
Flattened
right?
it. Yeah.
Flattened it. Instead of the red logo, it's a blue logo, 3 blue label 9/8, 0 gold label 9/8. That book is 125 to 150 raw. That book is more expensive than the Dave Johnson 1 in 25 variant cover.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, Alex, you and I both know there are definitely these books sitting in $1 for boxes, $5. Like,
Sure.
I don't know that
This
people
isn't
are
that long
keeping
ago.
up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
people are
not
not
at
like
all.
keeping up with all these changes so
Yeah.
rapidly. So that is a book that if you could find out there, you should definitely go after. Then Moon Knight 189, 1 month later, January of 2018, 2 blue label 9/8, 0 gold label 9/8. That's a $15 to $25 raw book.
Mhm.
And then the second print is got the Jason Burrows cover with a blue logo. It's a 00 9/8. It's a $30 to $40 raw
Oof.
book on the second
Good
print.
money. Yeah.
Right. Then the number 190 came out in February. 2 blue, 0 gold label 9/8. Those are 5 to 10. That's part 3 of the story. Part 4 of the story is 191. Those are $5 to $10 raw. 2 blue label, 0 gold label 9/8. Part 5 is number 192. April 1 and 0 9/8 gold, blue and gold. Those are $5 in raw.
Oh, that's not bad.
And then part 6, I think, is the sleeper, Alex.
I agree.
Part 6 is Moon Knight 193. He's on the cover.
Yeah.
May of 2018, 00 9/8. It's a $5 to $10 raw book. What you're seeing now, and you're seeing it with Venom,
Yeah.
is any cover that Venom is on
Yeah.
is skyrocketing. Like, and even 315 Spider-Man, where they
Yeah.
put the little headshot on, those are 300 plus in 9/8.
Venom fever. Yeah. Yeah.
And but Alex, they printed well over 1 million copies of that book,
Yes.
315.
Yes.
And it's just got the little Venom head on the cover. That's a $300 to $350 book. So I think, to me, the sleeper is 193, is May of 2018, $5 to $10, part 6.
It's
So
only
I
a
think
couple
that's
years
where we
old.
are.
I
I
think
think that's
it
where
might be
we
easier
are
to
with the
find.
Sun
Yeah.
King. Yeah. Okay. What's next on the agenda, Alex?
The Last of Us, another very, very popular video game franchise.
Okay, book is out from Dark Horse.
Yeah.
I have to, I'm not a big video game player, so I have to claim ignorance here. This book is really, really hot, Alex.
Yeah.
Wait to hear some of these prices. Why is this so popular?
So we've talked about this. We talked about it, especially with the Batman Fortnite. I mean, that is the highest example, I think. But with video game tie-ins, there is a lot of crossover between comic book readers and video game players. There is, but it's not a lot. I don't play a lot of video games, so I don't buy video game tie-in books because I don't know the video games. So when people are ordering these books, your local comic shop's going to be who wants the Last of Us comic? And a couple people will be like, oh, I'll take one, but nobody's subbing these books. You have 3 months to get subscription for books. So when the orders come in, there's only 3 orders for your subscribers. You're probably going to get about 6, put 3 on the shelf, 3 in the box. That's it. The order numbers are always low, but then demand, once the people that play those video games know that there's something else out in the wild that is attached to something they love, they want it. And that's when things go crazy. Same again, Batman Fortnite, same thing. This is a prequel to the game. And now that there is definitely a movie happening with big actors and Pedro Pascal is going to be playing the lead. You know, now people want more of this stuff, and you can't find it. You can't find it. It was no ordered.
I have to say, Pedro Pascal suffered the worst. I watched all of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I still feel like he suffered the worst death.
Yeah, I can't watch that. I can't watch that episode. I get to that scene, then I skip it to the next scene. I can't.
His head explodes like a watermelon.
It's so sad. He was he was one of the best characters on that show too.
By the way, I was shocked at that scene. I was like, oh my God, he killed the mountain. He killed the mountain. And I'm like, and then he gets his face squashed like a pumpkin.
Insert GIF here. Yeah, crazy.
I mean, literally,
crazy.
Alex, he just got squashed by the mountain. Alex, that was rough, man.
It was a tough scene for sure.
All right. The Last of Us American Dreams, #1, April of 2013, 39 blue label 9.8s, 2 gold label 9.8s. Neil Druckmann and Faith Erin Hicks story, Faith Erin Hicks art.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a $250 to $300 book in 9.8, and it's $40 to $50 raw.
Yeah.
Then there's a Faith Erin Hicks variant cover, 20 blue label 9.8s, 0 gold label 9.8s. That book is $900 to $1,000.
There can't be many out there. There's got to be maybe under 100. I do not think there's a lot of these books out there.
125 to 150 raw.
Yeah, crazy.
Then
sauce.
the second print, May of 2013, Julian Tedesco cover, 9 blue label, 0 gold label 9.8s. It's a $60 to $75 raw book. You can find them in 9.8s. The third print, Alex, came out in July. It's also a Julian Tedesco cover. I love Julian, by the way.
Oh, he's great.
Six blue label 9.8s, 0 gold label 9.8s. That's $140 raw, Alex.
3 prints.
Crazy.
That says that the demand was more than what they had.
And again, the third print is selling for more than like the first print.
Yeah.
It's funny with these second and third prints, Alex. It never used to be like this.
I mean, it's people are finally getting, wise to the fact that yes, it's a third print. It's not a first print, but when you get to a third or fourth or fifth print, the actual printings of those books are less than the first printing. It's a rare book.
By far. All right. And then we've got issue #2, May of 2013, 10 blue label 9.8s, 0 gold label 9.8s. It's a $35 to $50 raw. So it's almost as expensive as #1.
Yeah.
Because, the print runs go down. The second print came out in July, 4 blue label 9.8s, 0 gold label 9.8s. That's a $25 to $40 raw book. That's also a very, very expensive book.
Yeah.
Then issue #3 came out in June, 18 blue label 9.8s, 0 gold label 9.8s. That's a $25 to $45 book raw. The second print came out in July, 2 blue label, 0 gold label 9.8s. That's a $25 to $40 book raw.
Jeez.
And then issue #4, which closes it out, came out in July, 18 blue label 9.8s, 0 gold label 9.8s. That's also about a $25 to $40 book raw. You can't find, I haven't been able to find any of the 9.8s for sale. I will tell you, the people that got them graded 9.8s, even though the pops might be where they are not selling them. They're all in personal collections because when you go to try to find one, you can't. And also, if you have one, why would you sell it now?
Yeah. Wait for the TV show / movie.
I mean, at this point, you're just waiting.
Yeah.
Okay. Time for Alex's pick of the week. What do you got for us, Alex?
I've talked about Book and Records in the past, but recently I've been looking at them again on eBay, trying to complete a collection. Now, if you remember, the Book and Record sets were about comic size. They came with a 45 in the back. It came with a comic book in the front, and you could follow the comic while you listen to the record. Marvel, DC, Universal Monsters. There was a bunch of Conan. Made a bunch of these books. They're great books. The art's fantastic. A lot of regular guys. John Romita, Al Williamson. The problem is I keep trying to find really good copies, and it's extremely hard. And I don't think the prices are reflecting how hard it is to find these Book and Records in 8s or above. I mean, they were always shrink wrapped because it had a record in it. So they originally shrink wrapped. The shrink wrap was so tight it folds the book down. So they're not CGCable, but to find a really nice copy that's not all banged up. And again, these are for kids. These were super for kids. To find it not banged up copy is almost extremely hard to find. And the ones that you can find are about $40-50, which is that's a good price, but they're not easy to find. I think those prices are going to skyrocket. I think once people realize it's original art, it's not reprinted anywhere, these books are getting harder and harder to find.
It's funny. I almost feel like everything's getting graded now. I think I sent this to you. Did you see how they're grading VHS tapes now?
No, that's crazy. That's
crazy.
Bananas.
It's crazy. So it's like, it was sports car, it was coins and stamps back in the day. Then it was sports cards. Then it was comic books. And I remember comic books, the sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Ah, it's gonna ruin the industry.
Don't play on my lawn, right? And
VHS tapes.
And now I saw a new company. So, we saw obviously, the
toys.
Toys came about, and the video games is the new one.
Yep.
And now for the first time last week, I thought I'd send it to you. I saw graded VHS tapes. Can you imagine? By the way, think about it. They're not going to be easy to find.
I would buy them.
They're not going to be easy to find. They're not going to be easy to find. And someone's going to start grading those records too, by the way.
Yeah, totally. Which is fine for the easy stuff. Like you want Beatles records graded, fine. You can find Beatles music everywhere. It's the hard stuff that it's going to be like, oh, it's not, people listen to it. So yeah.
I know. All right, Alex, what are we closing up with today?
Yeah, talk about bananas hot right now. Bitter root.
By the way, imagine you are Chuck Brown and David Walker,
right, selling
this story.
Yeah.
Give me the pitch, Alex. Give me the pitch.
1920s Harlem Renaissance, but there's monsters. And there's only one family that deals with them, and they hate each other. That's it. There you go.
So that's the pitch.
Yeah.
And somebody said, yes, let's make a show about that.
Yes, exactly. And right. I mean, properties like, who picked it up? Regina King. Regina King's attached to it. That's it. Game over. She's amazing. Watchmen was one of the best things on TV in the past 5 years minimum. Better Call Saul's the best, but who's arguing? But this is going to be a good show. It's a good premise. It's sci-fi. It's got Regina King. It's the 1920s, which we don't get a lot of that period piece stuff, and monsters.
Right. Okay. By the way, it's going to be a hit because all this stuff seems to be just like one hit after the other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay. So Bitter Root #1 came out in November of 2018. Cover A is the Sanford Green cover. He's the main artist on it.
Yep.
59 blue label 9.8s, 14 gold label 9.8s. And here's what's interesting, Alex. You cannot find any CGCs graded for sale. You can find raws.
Yeah.
That the pop at 59 is a low pop, but it's not like a stupid low pop. It's not like it's 5 or 6
right.
or 10. 59, there should always be books available.
There should be at least one. Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. They're all in personal collections. So those books are $115 raw.
Yeah.
So if you have a $115 raw book with a pop of 59, you're probably looking at an $800 to $1,000 book.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah. And again, the closer you get to the actual show, once a trailer hits, that's over. Game over. That's it.
Right. Wait to hear some of these other covers. Cover B, Mike Mignola. It's a great cover. I like Mike. 39 blue label, 6 gold label, 9.8s. Those are $25 to $50 raw. Cover C is the Dennis Cowan cover. 8 blue label, great. 0 gold label, 9.8, $30 to $50 raw.
Wow.
Cover D, Brittany Williams, 6 blue label, 3 gold label, 9.8s, $55 to $65 raw. Then the cover E is a Sanford Green cover, but it's a virgin cover. There's no trade dress on it. 29 blue label, 7 gold label, 9.8, $100 to $150 raw. So it's around the same as the regular Sanford Green cover, right? And then they made Sanford Green did an Akira eBay exclusive cover, Alex. This is phenomenal. Cover F, 85 blue label, 23 gold label, 98. So the pop is very high. They're not very high, but the pop is much higher than the other ones.
Yeah.
But they're $550 to $700 plus, and they're $400 raw. They did an Akira homage cover on there. It's pretty interesting. I guess they just made a cover that was only sold on eBay. Is that how? That's it.
That's it. eBay was dipping in themselves to doing exclusive covers. I believe Jesse James Comics had a lot to do with it. I don't think they do them much anymore, but yeah, I mean, small print runs. Right. And then there's the Sanford Green
cover, same cover as the first print, but it's like a reddish. They made it red
Tint.
red tint. That's the second print. There's 29 blue label 9/8, 0 gold label 9/8. Last one sold for $775, and those are $125 to $150 raw. So those are more expensive than the first prints.
Yeah.
As we've seen. And then the Bitterroot Red Summer Special came out in July of 2019. One shot a little bit later. 0 blue label, 2 gold label 9/8, $30 to $35 raw. So again, there's a lot to choose from, but these books are not cheap, even raw.
Not at all.
And once it hits the air, of course, it's going to skyrocket like everything else we've seen under the sun.
Yep.
All right, cool. If you think we missed anything, if you think there's anything else you want to talk about, anything else you want to do, let us know. Also, we have our other podcast streaming every single week now. Alex, pretty exciting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Double up on the Stephen and Alex love.
Life's tough. Superheroes are tougher. It's a little bit of a different format. We get to interview guests. I think it's a lot of fun. So please take a look at that. Let us know how you like that. It's completely different from this format. We think you'll enjoy it. And we hope that that's a annual thing. We hope we can do that. Maybe, we have 12 episodes in the first season this year. Maybe we do next year. We do another 12 episodes if everybody likes it and we get enough traction there.
And some juicy news tidbits from the Star Wars universe and the G.I. Joe universe coming up. A couple different characters.
Yeah, got some cool stuff. Okay. All right. Thank you, Alex. It was great seeing you guys this week. We will see you next week. Same bat time.
Same bat channel.